Welcome back. If you're here for the first time, my name is Kerry. I'm making lemonade out of lemons today because I keep having shutdowns and meltdowns, so I'm trying very much to get something filmed today that's actually of use to anybody. So let's have a shot at it. I think everyone would know that people with autism and ADHD have special interests and hyperfocuses and things that they get really, really locked into. My understanding of how I've kind of conceptualized that is I think of special interest as something that at any time, on any day, I'm happy to talk about it. I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to learn something new about it. I'm happy to watch it. Whereas a hyperfocus is something, like, again, this is my opinion, is a hyperfocus is something that I lock in for a limited amount of time and then lose interest. That's not to say that I won't cycle back around to interest, but so, I mean, also too, I'm having a lot of trouble with noise today, so I've got my ear defenders on and I've got my little squishy, so if I actually do manage to make a video out of the nonsense I filmed earlier, and you watch this one later, you'll see. So for me, special interests: sharks, dinosaurs, Sylvanian families, film and TV in general. Just I can talk about them till the cows come home. Like on any day, at any time, if someone goes, "Oh, shark movie," I'm sat. Very keen. Very, very keen. Always happy to talk about it. Dinosaurs, yep. Doesn't matter how garbage the dinosaur movie is, I will watch it. I will be there opening day. Whereas things that I find are hyper-focused tend to be things like junk journaling, stamp carving, trying to think of things, paper making, wax seals, all very much in the stationery paper craft kind of realm. But I'll get into something candle making. I'm just looking what's in my drawers. Watercolor painting and painting in general. EDS and HSD, just hyper focus, searching those. Locking in on particular things till I know about it and then be like, okay, well, I know now. And then just like losing interest. Whereas special interests, I never lose interest. I think that's where the distinction, that's where I make the distinction, is something that I can put down after a period of intense focus is a hyper focus, and something that I never lose interest in is a special interest to me. That's how I see it. It's generally sort of, I've heard it said a lot that the belief that women and people assigned female at birth are getting missed into late diagnosis is because we have socially acceptable obsessions. I don't know if that's true. I think it's just because we're female. I think it's more of a pathological desire to not be a problem, or at least raised to not be a problem, raised to be polite, raised to be delightful, put everyone at ease. I think that's what's really causing the problem. I don't think it's that we have socially acceptable obsessions, because I know for a fact it was never really appreciated as a kid that I loved sharks so much. You know, sitting there in primary school and everyone's like, oh, draw your favorite animal. And I'm like, shark. And they're like, did you mean like a bunny or a kitty? No, shark. So I don't know that it was as socially acceptable as it possibly is now, but sharks and dinosaurs were very much like boy things. And funny enough, I've always gotten along with boys better than girls for that reason, because a lot around me, generalizing, but around me, girls wanted to talk about makeup or clothes or bags or hair or who do you think's cute? And I'm like, couldn't care less. I learned how to play marbles to play with the boys. I'm from the 80s. I'm from the olden times. I learned how to play marbles to play with the boys because that just seemed like way more fun, and it was a lot of fun until I beat them. And then they didn't want to play with me anymore. Yeah. But no, I've loved many things throughout my life that have not specifically been considered feminine pursuits. I was obsessed with stamp collecting for a while. Oh, Don't worry, I fly my nerd flag high. I was obsessed with stamp collecting. I was obsessed with forensics. Oh my God, fingerprints especially, far out. Obsessed with forensics, obsessed with filmmaking. And I don't mean like I want to be a star. I mean like obsessed with how film gets made. Lighting, sound. Just, I actually did a certificate 3 in theatre performance and practice. I'm qualified. I loved it. Just obsessed with that whole, everything, the way film and television gets made, the decisions that directors make about film angles. Like I can watch a show or a film and in real time imagine alternate angles that they could have filmed from and think, why'd they choose that angle? That's a really weird angle. So yeah, I tend to go pretty deep dive on that. Pretty obsessed with all things witchcraft and occult. My enthusiasm for that ebbs and flows, but I would consider myself a witch and do consider myself a witch of more than 30 years. But I don't go all in like some people do. I'm not a religious witch. I celebrate the cultural Wheel of the Year Celtic style because my family is Scottish and Irish. But I wouldn't consider it a special interest. I would say it's more of a hyperfixation because my real lockdown got to get really locked in kind of ebbs and flows. I would consider pastels a special interest. I was trying to film a video on the infantilization of pastels and my brain completely short-circuited. I'm starting to feel a little better now, so I may actually reshoot it, we'll see. But pastel squishies, pastel textures, pastel wax melts, pastel satchel bag for my pastel ear defenders, pastel research folder, oops, pastel bookmarks that I've made from the pastel flowers that I've grown, pastel axolotl notebook, no, too many things, pastel happy planner, and I made that myself, by the way. I made the cover and the tags myself, so if you guys ever want to see how to do that, it's a very long process and it's not necessarily cheaper than just buying one, but you can customize it. So I don't know, what did I drop? Oh, I dropped the bag. That's okay. I dropped the bag. It's not a problem. I'll pick it up later. I'm not going to put these down. And I've also got a pastel tardigrade, which is nice, sitting on my pastel flower pillow. So pastels are definitely a special interest for me. Oops, and I'm kicking the stand. I do that every time. I need to find a stand that doesn't touch the ground. I think that will protect it. So I know, because people have asked me, excuse me, people have asked me, why aren't you medicated? No, honestly. You can get medicine for ADHD, and people have asked me, would you consider taking medicine for ADHD? Look, I would. I'm on 8 medicines for allergy issues. Literally 8 medicines for allergy related issues. I don't really feel the need to take a 9th medicine. I'm also to understand that they give you the ability to really lock in. There's nothing that I have to lock in on so profoundly that I need to take a medicine for it. I think really ADHD medicine in a lot of ways I think is more beneficial for the people around the people with ADHD because they get more benefit out of them. I'm not anti-medicine at all. I just don't see a need for me to take it. So yeah, that's where I kind of land on that. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm having a shocker today. Having a shocker. I don't know why. I'm having a shocker. What was I talking about? Hyperfixations. Special interests. I do occasionally get hyperfixations that are quite deep and wide. Like they really take a hold of me. I then of course feel profoundly sad, almost like someone has died, when I lose interest. And sometimes it's gradual and you're kind of happy to see it go. Sometimes it's sudden and it just, like it's a gut punch because you were really enjoying it and then all of a sudden either the hyperfixation ended So I think when I lose enthusiasm for something, it's not as bad. But when I finish the hyperfixation, so one of my hyperfixations was Hogwarts Legacy. I know it can be problematic because of J.K. Rowling, but it is an amazing game. I've taken that to platinum, which for those of us in the gaming industry, that means I've completed every single achievement possible on the game. I've put about 350 hours, I think, into it. It's an amazing game. I decided to replay it recently from scratch, and I just beat the main story boss, the big boss. And I was like, yeah, because I had really been pushing to get there. I just beat him and I'm like, yeah. Oh no. Just boom. And because I felt it die. the second I beat the boss, I felt the hyperfixation die, and I was like, what do I do now? I don't know. I haven't been able to find back onto a different hyperfixation. I'm hyperfixationless at the moment, which could be explained why I'm kind of adrift today. I tried to work on one of my junk journals that I've been working on for a while, and it's chaos. I don't like it at all. I don't want to scrap it because I put in a significant amount of work, but I just can't. I can't see where to go with it, and it's sitting on the floor looking at me, just like, you can't finish me. And I'm like, yes, I know I can't. But yeah, so I'm a bit adrift. I've still got my special interests. I've got my pastels. I've got my sharks. I watched Jaws in my shark tail. I have a shark tail, if you haven't seen it. I'm a big fan of my shark tail. It's for children, so it's a tight fit because they don't want to give any adults joy. But that brought me some joy. But yeah, still struggling to find myself onto another hyperfixation. I tend to cycle back onto hyperfixations. They don't die. They just go dormant. So I'll find my way onto another one. I actually just purchased a new keyboard yesterday. It's on its way to me. Very excited about that. All new switches that I haven't used before too, which is very exciting. For those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, I will do a video on keyboards so that it explains what I'm on about. But yeah, I find that that's the difference between, for me, that's the difference between hyperfixations and special interests. Is special interests are enduring, hyperfocuses are flirtations that come and go, sometimes cycle back, but they hold my attention profoundly for a period of time. The time may vary. It could be a hyperfixation for a day. It could be for a weekend. It could be for a week. It could be for a month. Cake decorating, buttercream decorating particularly held my attention for 8 years. I was pretty profoundly locked into buttercream art for, actually no, I lie, if I'm honest. I think it held my attention for about 5 or 6 years. And I really just hung in there for the last 2 because it was my job and I was trying to do something with it. And I think that's really what triggered my profound burnout. Was I was pushing through something I had lost interest in for 2 years, and then I burned out hard. I'm still burnt out. 7 years ago, I fell into burnout, and I fell into burnout hard. I've told the story before, but I started burning out in September 2019. Can anybody tell me what happened in 2020? Yeah, I had some pretty profound burnout in September 2019. I shut my studio. I basically hated myself pretty profoundly. My chronic illness was at its worst. We were having a lot of issues with our eldest son, having a massive upswing of quite dangerous behaviours attached to being level 3 autistic, and it was a rough time. And then 3 months later, my mum died of breast cancer. That was a lot. I started homeschooling our youngest son. And the country shut down from COVID. I don't know if we've ever really come back properly from that. Like, it's been 6 years since COVID started. Like, it's more or less in the background now. No disease ever goes away, but it's in the background now. And I can't believe it's been 6 years. It's been 6 years. Like, that's, doesn't feel like that long. In some ways it feels a lot longer, but it also doesn't. So it's been a weird decade. It's been a very weird decade. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a weird decade, but I've kind of, by necessity, I think I was able to let go of that particular hyperfixation. I kept trying to bring it back. Like, if you followed me through Viva La Buttercream for years, you'd be like, damn, she's got more comebacks than the Eagles. I get it. And like, I just trying to make it happen. I'm like, I could try and, because I think another enduring special interest in me is my pathological need to be of use. And having, I had such a value outside of my wife and mother status as when I was Viva La Buttercream. I think that was hard to let go of. I don't expect to get that kind of notoriety, I suppose, niche fame, with this channel that I did then. I think now I'm that little bit older. I think, because I'm 44 now. I was like, how old was I? 2014. I was like 33 when I started Viva La Buttercream. So, I used to be young and not quite as profoundly disabled. Chronic illness. I was always autistic and ADHD. The chronic illness swung up hard. Burnout absolutely turned that up to 11, and I'm still trying to grapple with my new normal from that. But I'm hoping this channel helps people, which sounds flaky, but I hope people can see themselves reflected. I hope they can understand themselves better. I hope they can possibly be entertained. Here's hoping. I hope anything I post can actually bring people a bit of comfort. Even if it's just muddling along with me at the same time with your own diagnosis and going, oh, that's why I do that, you know, or, oh, I didn't realize that, or, oh, wow, maybe I should really look into that. I hope I can bring some comfort in these trying times. So, rest well, worthy traveler. I hope my channel can bring you some sort of comfort. I think being of comfort to others is a really noble special interest, and it's something I'm gonna never lose incomplete interest in. I don't think. It may look different, but I think connecting with people in an awkward way, a la autism, and yeah, I think that's probably going to be an enduring special interest. Is the desire to connect with people and make people's lives a little bit easier. I hope I do. I hope I do. So I hope if this video has brought you any joy, like and subscribe. I can't guarantee what the next video is going to be like. The one before this was chaos itself. So, but I'm quite determined to be real. I spent a very long time being the version of me that suited others. Very much done with that. So, if you did like this, I hope you like and subscribe. But I'm okay if you don't. I'm okay if this is the only video of mine you watch. I don't know how to wrap videos off.